This is a Remington Boy Scout knife. It's the next one to get fixed up. It's in pretty good condition. Very small little knife for kids, apparently. The blade is not ground excessively. I mean, a little bit, but not terrible. The sheath is actually in really good shape. Has the Boy Scout logo. I think it's original. I don't know if this button is original. I'm not expert enough on this to know, but looks fine and definitely works. And this band is the one that usually gets damaged, but in this one it's pretty clean. So first I'll clean up the knife. This will be relatively easy. Basically, well, I don't know, easy or not actually. Fix the blade first. It needs to be sanded down a little bit with a fine belt, and then clean up the handle. The handle has this green oxidation that you see on these knives. It's very hard to clean out without disassembling the handle, so we might have to take the handle apart and reassemble it. Kind of an annoying process, but it might be the cleanest way to do it. Alright, first let's just clean it up and see how much dirt is on it. These knives, I think, are pretty inexpensive. This steel is regular carbon steel, very soft, probably HRC-55. The green stuff is really almost gone. You know what, it looks so good that maybe it's better just not to disassemble it. Every time you disassemble it, it's, you know, kind of decreases the authenticity a little bit, so I think it's fine. I think it's good enough for this. So next I'll go to the belt sander and finish up the blade a little bit and polish it out. One thing that will need to be fixed is this area right here, this choil. So I think on this one I'll just take this tip off. You could add a sharpening choil, but it would kind of decrease the authenticity, so I'll just leave it alone. And we'll make it convex ground also, to keep with the original. It's completely not sharp now, I think. Yeah. Alright, I'll be back after the grinding part is done. These usually don't come off, which is fine. So you could see the pretty disgusting insides, so it's not the worst idea to clean them up. All right, so we'll get a brass wheel to clean this up with. I'll be right back. The leather usually does not require any cleaning. The tricky part is to keep it all together. It's trying to fall apart here. Ooh. Put it right aside here. Ooh, this is gross.
clean up a little bit. Actually, while we're here, clean up the neck a little bit too. Actually, but another dirty part of that.
All right, next part is to clean them up a little bit with alcohol. All right, and now, unfortunately, this kind of all fell apart, so we're going to have to recreate the design here. Let's see. Let's find a picture of what we had. Okay, so we had black first. Black, then metal, then black, then metal, then red, and then metal. Alright, that's not right. Well, let me play around with this until, let's see here. Is that right? Oh no. Not right, never mind. Red. Like this. Alright, now we gotta make sure that they fit up appropriately. I'll be back when I figure this out. Alright, so I did this one after a lot of trial and error. Now we have to do this one. I don't know how I let it fall apart. It's pretty stupid. Let's see here.
Alright, I think we got it. Let's put it back on. not feel right here. So here is black. I think you have to number these before you disassemble the knife.
All right, so now it's all cleaned up, and I think reassembled relatively correctly. I don't know, a couple of areas that are still a little bit questionable to me. But let me number them, disassemble them and number them now. All right. So that's all in order now. Let's place them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So these are our parts. The only thing to test out is make sure that this goes in all the way still, because you would hate to get it. Okay, so you see it goes past the sanding part. Okay. All right, next is to go to the grinder and clean up the blade itself. So I will not show this because it's dirty and dusty and everything, so I'll be back when it's finished. Show you the result. This is the belt. Actually, first thing we'll do is cut this little area down right here with a regular belt. Alright, so we're good from the grinding. This is what we have. There's still some scratches and some, you know, imperfections, but I think it's a lot better than before. Fix this little edge here and polish this up. I think we're ready for gluing the handle. I will glue it with white glue, and I will show you the process here. Alright, so this is the knife here. You can see it's in the vise. I'll set it up for you here. Right there. All the parts are laid out here. All the parts that I will glue. The little screwdriver is here. I use white glue, just regular Tide Bond, and I mix it with water. So I add a little bit of glue to a cup, and then add a little bit of water. And mix it up. Maybe we'll add a little bit more glue. It's about 50-50. All right, and now we go in reverse order here. One. Two. Three. These metal ones do not really glue very well, so it doesn't really matter. 15. Okay. For these ones, we'll actually put some more thick glue. Ooh. Okay. Put this upside down. That would be very annoying. That piece was upside down on the final knife. Alright, now just tighten it up as much as possible. So this is as tight as can be. It's actually tighter than before because you could see the little nut sticking out, but that's fine. Okay. Okay, so next we'll let this dry a little bit. Take this away. It doesn't have to dry all the way too, just a little bit, and then go to the sending belt sender again and grind this smooth, and I'll be back and show you the results. Alright, so we're back from the grinder. This is what we have. You can see it's nice and even now. When you sand the handle, it gets a little bit discolored, so I usually repaint them again. Just a little bit. Makes it look nicer. So we'll do that right now. Or is it repaint or is it re-dye? I guess it's re-dye. Cover up the metal because it leaves like nasty stains on the metal that don't really come out. Okay. Okay. And this one. Because it's glued, because it's tightened so tightly, you don't, or at least I don't wait very much until it dries, because I don't think it makes a huge difference. So this is just brown color. It's kind of my own mixture. It doesn't really matter what brown color it is, honestly. And we just do one little coat. And that's it. Normally you would apply a few coats when you're dyeing leather, but in this case this is just a little bit, and then kind of clean it off. Okay. That's it. And right away take the tape off. Of course, got it right here. Kind of a rag here, so let's wipe that off. Okay. And lastly, and we can do this right now, is apply a little bit of wax. Again, makes no difference what you do. What do you apply? I apply this Obernuffs that I use for Sheath. Again, normally you would let the leather, the dye dry, but in this case, since we just want a little bit of paint to the exposed areas, we don't have to do that. Okay, let it absorb a little bit. This tape off. We can see what we have. All right, the last thing to do here is to go and polish it with carnauba wax. Again, on the belt, on the buffer, just to make this leather shiny. So you can see what we have now. Fingerprints. And go buff it and be right back. And I think we can call it done. It's not sharp, but I usually don't sharpen these because I don't know if people really want them sharpened or not. We can definitely sharpen it. It's very easy. Very soft steel too, so easy to sharpen. But I think most people probably prefer them kind of unsharpened to look at and not get cut. So we'll leave it probably unsharpened in this case. I'll be back after I buff it. Alright, so here's the finished handle and finished knife. I think on this we'll call it a day for the knife. Work and start working on the sheath. So first step is to wash it. This is settle soap, and just settle soap. It has to be applied with a rag and it has to dry. So first just see if there's any pieces of dirt here. There's a little stain right here, but I don't think I can clean that off. The back looks good. This looks okay. These guys need to be, what I do with these is this. Is there any little piece of dirt here we can pick out? Oh, right here, I forgot this. Good. Now let's wash it out. Okay. Actually not very dirty, relatively speaking. I will actually not touch the back at all because it's so clean that I think I'm just going to make it worse if I start screwing around with it. Okay. Good. Oh, you know what? I just realized there's a clip. Oh yeah, it does clip. Okay. Oh, I thought it didn't clip. Alright, good. Now this has to dry. And this really has to dry. This you can't cut corners on. So after it dries, we'll come back. In the meantime, I guess we can think about what to do with these stitches. Question is, should they come out and be replaced or leave them as is? And I'm I don't know. because they're done under the rivets. So taking them out, you will not be able to place them under the rivets. So you have to go do a stretch here, and then a stretch here and stretch here, which maybe it's good enough like this and not mess around with it. If somebody wants to have that redone, that can be redone later. Okay, let's let it dry and then oil it up and we'll be almost done. Okay, the Neath foot oil has dried. Or I'm sorry, not Neath foot oil. This was Settle soap, and this is Neath foot oil. It's a sheep skin kind of a thing that's soaked in Neath foot oil. So this is, I find, the best way to apply oil to the sheath. One is getting absorbed really fast, which is good. See how that oil is disappearing? It's kind of cool. Alright, now this gets to dry again, and I think we're pretty much done. I thought about sharpening this knife, and I think I probably will sharpen it, just because it's a little bit too dull. I'm not going to make anything crazy, but just a little bit of convex sharpening on it will make it better. And we're coming almost to an end of this quick little project.